We're going to talk a little bit about submitting our forms. All the forms will be located in IED OCT Tuesday Fall 2018 Google Drive folder that we shared, and inside of it we'll have one for each week. For week 1, we have a folder for concept sketching where you can share your sketches, and then we have the example of the submission form. Always use these because they'll have good helpful hints. So go over and download it. And then once you have that file downloaded, open it up. And what we've done is set up some hints and some examples for you to use so it'll make it easier for you to submit. So let's click on Enable Editing. And for the first one, we have some concept sketches. And so for the concept sketch, you're going to put yours in there. So the easiest thing to do is delete the one we put in there, and then go find yours. And for me, it's this pinking shears. Open it up. Now, some of you will be able to right-click and copy, but if not, you'll probably want to come over to the search and type in snip, and you'll find snipping tool if you haven't used it before. Double-click on it. You want to click New, and then when you do, just drag. Boom, I have a copy of it. Hit Control-C and go back to the Word document and paste it. So now I have that in there. So that takes care of the first part. The second part you're going to have to do is do a rubric. So for the rubric, you need to go back to My Project Lead the Way. You're going to go to Courses. And once it finishes loading up, we're going to go to Introduction to Engineering Design, the student course. We're going to go to Unit 1, expand it. Scroll down till we see the concept sketching rubric, and then you'll download that file. And once that file is finished downloading, double click on it, and what you'll do, you'll take the partner's concept sketch that we did in our breakout sessions. Each person was supposed to find a partner to actually do a peer review, highlight what grade you're going to give them. Let's say in this example 4, and maybe we want to put in red proportion not correct. That may be the comment I'd like to make there. And then you put more elaborate, and then give them their score over here, and do it in red also. And go down, and let's say they did a great job with this, so we'll highlight that, and so forth. And once you give them all their scores that you want, then we'll go ahead and let's see, we're going to give them a 5, we'll give them a 5, and let's say they were, there's some smudge marks on there, so we're going to give them a 3, so we'll highlight that. And you add more comments, and I'll make these all in red. Then what you do is simply use that good old snipping tool, and if it may be on your taskbar, click on it, click New, drag O to highlight it, Control-C to copy, go back to your document, delete the one I have there as example, and paste yours. And you can center it up real nice if you want. That makes it a lot easier. And then for the rest of the documents, you can see what you're supposed to do. Here is 1.8. We want to see the design process. So in your engineer's notebook, go through activity 1.8 by yourself, and then take some pictures to document what you did. And so we'll have an example of the design process, because this is what you will have your students do also. And for questions 4, 5, 6, and 7, you're simply to replace the text with your answer. And if you don't have students yet, reflect back what you would be doing or what you should be thinking about prior to teaching these lessons. So I hope this helps with that part of the submission form. Now, the other part is, how do I submit it? So let's go back online. You'll see all the professional development here. Click on it, and you're going to find the IED class for 1819. Click Resume Track. Hopefully all of these are complete. If they're not, you need to go into them and click on those and make sure that they show complete. Here's the one we're registered for. Now mine are all showing complete here, and hopefully yours is too. But if they're not, you have to actually click on each one of those and review them, and then when you come back, it'll be updated to complete. So to get this part of the course done, welcome to the Project Lead the Way Introduction to Engineering Design Training. You want to make sure you read all those. It shouldn't take very long. And then each one of these need to have complete. So you have to open and read those. And then last but not least, you're going to go to My Files. And you're going to File Upload. Now what you're going to upload is this Word document that we just played with a little bit ago. What we want you to do is go to File, Save As, and we want to save it as a PDF. So once we save it as a PDF, save as, I'm going to put it on I'll put it in downloads for me. So I'm going to look down through here and I'm going to find PDF and make sure we're going to put your name at the front. That way we'll know whose is whose. It makes it a little easier for us. And you hit save. So now I have that saved. Now I can go back to my file and upload. And in this case, I would go ahead and upload that file as a PDF. So it's pretty straightforward. You need to file upload, and you go find and browse for the file. And in my case, I'll go to downloads. And I'd find that file that was listed in there. Easiest way to do it is do by date, and it'll bring the most recent thing to the top. There it is. So I would go ahead and file it. I'm not going to do that now, or would not press open because I don't want to mess up my my system here. So you can see, fairly easy to submit everything, and then this will go in progress. So you're submitting it. You'll get 3 possible scores. It could be complete, or it could be revisions needed. And if revisions are needed, we'll make a point to tell you what revisions you need.